Now, close to 3,000 customers lost 1 billion cedis through fraudulent online banking transactions, according to the 2020 Banking Industry Fraud Report. According to the Bank of Ghana, fraudsters took advantage of customers who are not used to digital or electronic methods of making financial transactions.
2,670 cases were recorded in 2020 compared to 2,311 in 2019.
It raised a lot of questions. And you look at the jump from almost 115 million to 1 billion Ghana cedis. That's quite a huge jump.
In 2020, many routine activities of institutions, including financial transactions that usually would have been undertaken in person, were conducted online. Consequently, some sections of the banking sector were exposed to heightened levels of fraud-related risks due to increased patronage of electronic or digital products and services.
These customers were not trained. There was no information on how and what they should be doing. The issue of whether you get a phishing mail from someone, what you should be doing. There was no proper education for bank customers.
It's a matter for the state, but it's also a collaborative thing. So there's been some engagements that have been taking place.
The reported value of fraud for 2020 was 1 billion cedis compared to 115.5 million cedis recorded in 2019. Staff involvement in committing fraud, especially suppression of cash, significantly increased.
So what banks should do as a form of training is also ensure that staff go through the recently launched Ghana Banking Code of Ethics, so that when the staff is punished, the staff does not only move from one bank to another bank, but the staff is banned from the whole industry.
Despite the numerous notices of caution sounded out to the banking industry, there has been a persistent trend of staff involvement in almost every fraud report issued since 2017.
Sometimes it's not even the person who is buying who is defrauded. Sometimes the people who are also selling get defrauded because the person who claim he is going to bring me the thing, I'll pay, the person does not pay.
The steady rise in this phenomenon generally could be attributed to the use of poorly remunerated temporary staff who undergo limited background checks.
And when you look at the report, the most serious one has to do with fake SWIFT transfer. What it means is that some bank staff were able to send transfer advice to customers to show that they've done transfer, which in case they were not proper transfers.
E-money fraud is also beginning to show a steady rise. Related loss accounted for 4.1% of the total fraud-related loss incurred in 2020 compared to 1.1% recorded in 2019, rising from 0.6% in 2019 to 4.7% in 2020.